Happy Mother's Day to all of my beautiful, beautiful queens, aka my nail sisters out there, whether you have skin babies or fur babies. Happy Mother's Day to you all. So in today's video, I am going to be not talking about the nails, but you will be able to see the nails. I recently got a tattoo for my Mother's Day. I got it 3 weeks ago to be exact, and this is a tattoo right here. This right here is freshly done, and you can see the red around it. And then this right here is now how it looks now. It is completely healed. So as you guys can see, it is a footprint, obviously, and it has a name in there. It does not look normal. The name says Kira, and it's short for Shakira. So I'm not going to get emotional in this video. I'm not. What happened is a complete blessing in disguise. I'm not going to lie. It's a complete blessing in disguise. And I am going to be, I guess you could say, vulnerable and open with you guys in this video. It is Mother's Day, and I am a mom. And if you guys have been here, you know my oldie but goodies, darling. If you guys have been here, you guys were here in August last year, and I did my birthday question and answer. So you guys know that I have 4 boys. They are 16, 13, 11, and 10. And if you guys are my new nail sisters in this community, darling, you guys don't know that I have 4 kids. You probably only heard like my youngest 2, which is Tay and Lee. But some people know, because when I was going to Freestyle Friday, we've had this conversation a couple of times, because me and one of my other nail sisters have a similar story, because she has 4 boys as well. And I'm not going to tell you who, but I share with them that Shakira is my daughter, which, like I said, a lot of people do not know that I have a daughter, because I share with you guys that I have 4 boys. So I had my 16-year-old. So this is when I'm going to get into the story. Like I said, I'm not going to cry. If I do, I'm going to edit that part out. I'm not even going to lie to you, darling. I'm not. This is a happy day. This is a blessed day. We are celebrating today. So I'm not going to make this a sad day. I'm going to make this a joyous day. I want to rejoice and the kids that I have here and my daughter watching over us every step of the way. So this is going to be a venting, share with you type video. So my oldest son was born in 2008. He was born in October 2008. I gave birth to him when I was 20 years old. And if you was able to pause the video, go back and look at the video, you will see in the footprints, you was able to see her name, which is Kira, because the guy said that it's my husband's boy. We went to his house to get the tattoo done. He said Shakira was too big. So if you look in the footprints, the little toes, I guess you could say, it says August 24th, 2009. I gave birth to her that next year in August. So, and I was still 20 years old. Her birthday, I gave birth to her August 24th, which is exactly a week before my birthday. So at the age of 20, I gave birth to 2 kids. And like I said, I gave both, oh my God, I can't talk. I gave birth to her a week before my birthday. So my 21st birthday was the worst birthday I've ever had in my life. It's going to forever be the worst birthday I ever had in my life. But it's just, I can rejoice the fact that she is a Virgo. I can rejoice the fact that she is my only girl. I can rejoice the fact that she is not in this crazy world, to be completely honest with you. That's just my opinion on how my kids are and how my life is. And I'm thankful that I do not have girls. I'm not gonna lie. And what I've gone through, I'm thankful I do not have girls. Yes, it was absolutely sad, and I'm gonna get into the story of it. But I'm thankful now. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm able to not break. I could break down with my husband after I got the tattoo done, because we went through it together, and I'm vulnerable with him. But I'm not gonna break down during this. Hopefully not, at least, because if you sit and think about the things, if I sit and think about the things that I've gone through, it's something I would never want her to go through, never want her to witness, never want her to see. I want her to be on this earth, feel and know that she is a queen, feel and know that she's worth everything, I just want her to know that she is a diamond, no matter what. And so being in heaven, she knows that. Being in heaven, she's treated like that. So I'm gonna get back to the story. So I gave birth to her, what's that, like 10 months later. So they are 10 months apart. And the thing about that pregnancy, which I will want everyone to know about, I gave birth to my son at 36 weeks. I gave birth to her at 37 weeks. And the thing about her is, when I got pregnant with her, it was a lot going on in our lives. We had got recently married. It was during the recession, so everybody lost their jobs. We didn't have health insurance, so it was just a lot going on. And then not having health insurance, you can't go visit some of these doctors. My doctor's office was like, because I was under my granddad's, but then when my granddad had to renew his insurance, they didn't have my information. He couldn't give it to them so they could renew it for him. Well, for me, at least, like I said. And so I went to my doctor's office one day, and it was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be your last visit unless you get health insurance. So I'm like, I'm 20. Like, I moved out of my mom's house straight in with my husband. Well, at that time, boyfriend. And it was just like, I don't know how to get health insurance. I don't know how to get health coverage. I've been in my granddad's my whole life. So it was weird. It was different, to say the least. It was different. And I didn't know what to do. I know the next steps to take. So they stopped seeing me. And like I said, I had no idea what to do. So I just did not go to the doctors after that. We were just trying to get life together, to be honest with you. So it wasn't, as long as I felt her move, because she was mean, she was aggressive, you could literally see her fists and feet through my belly. Like, we used to laugh and joke about it because I'm like, oh my gosh, she doesn't like me already. Like, it's a curse. Like, daughters never like their moms. So it was like one of those things. But then the bigger I got, I'm like, and at this time, when I got pregnant with my son, I was 130 and I'm 5'9", so I was super skinny. And then after I gave birth to him, I was 135. And then when I was pregnant with her, I got up to 165. And my belly was so huge. Like, I had stretch marks under my belly that I didn't even know I had until after I gave birth because I could not see my feet. And so and then I had on my thighs. Like, she got me huge. She got me huge. And so, well, my belly was huge. I should say, not my body. My belly was huge. And it got real tight. Like, I can feel the tightness myself. And after a while, I stopped feeling her move. And so I'm like, okay, she's not kicking me as much. But it was to the point where it's just like, okay, maybe she doesn't have room to move and kick and play around the way that she was before. Because, like I said, I gave birth to her at 37 weeks. So it's like, it's almost that time anyways. And giving birth only one time prior. And with him, my water broke. So, and he was super small. He was only 5 pounds, 5 ounces. So before I gave birth to him, I didn't even know I was giving birth until my water broke because he didn't move at all. So he didn't move. So I wasn't used to the feeling of getting hit, kicked, and movement. I was not used to that. So her not moving, it was just like, okay, she ain't got no room in there because I'm all belly and like a little bit of thighs, like that's, and literally just thighs, you guys. and like that's it. So I was telling my husband this, and he doesn't know. Like, we only got kids with each other. So it was just kind of like, he didn't know, I didn't know. And then my mom was just like, okay, just go to the hospital and tell them that you're having pains, and just so you can get like a normal checkup. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll try that. I didn't get a chance to try that. And then probably like within the next 2 weeks, I was going through stuff and like stressing out. My whole pregnancy was stressing out because, like I said, I got married when I was 3 months pregnant. I didn't tell this before. I got married when I was 3 months pregnant with her. We already had our son there, of course. He was there. He was 5 months old. And we got married in March. At that time was recession, so nobody had jobs. I didn't have a job anyways. I stopped working before I gave birth to my son. So I didn't have a job, but my husband had lost his job. And we were trying to figure out bills. Then we had to move in with a family member. Well, his mom, to be honest with you, his mom. And it was a house full of people because it was like his mom, her husband, his brothers, but our brothers was there. One of our brother's friends was there. We was there. I was pregnant. We had our son. It was just so stressful and trying to find a place, trying to find a job, just trying to just find life was stressful. So it was just so much going on at that time. And even when, okay, so let me get to the part. Okay, so a couple of weeks later, I'm like, okay, I'm actually not feeling well. I'm going through stress and I'm like, my stomach is killing me. Like something just is not right. And my husband's like, you think you need to go to the hospital? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this is like contractions. I don't know if it's Braxton Hicks contractions. I don't know if this is just a normal feeling. Like, I don't know. I had never carried a kid that long before. I mean, it was only a couple of weeks, but y'all know babies grow like, what did they say, like a half a pound during that time per week or something like that. So I did not know what was going on. And at that time, I went to my stepmom's house to go visit her. She had went to go run an errand, and we was just sitting there chilling. And just to get out the other house we was at, just to kind of like, get a breather from it being like 9 people in one house. And so we was chilling, and she came back, and I was telling her what was going on. And she was like, all right, I'll watch DJ, which is my oldest son's name. She was like, I'll watch DJ, and you just take my car to go to the hospital. So we took her car to go to the hospital, and they were like, I'm not going to cry. They were like, we can't find a heartbeat. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, my God. I'm going to stop. Sorry. So then they transported me. The hospital we went to, they don't deliver babies. So they transferred me in the ambulance to another hospital. And coincidentally, it's the same hospital I gave birth to my oldest son at. So my husband could not ride an ambulance. Well, he could ride an ambulance with me, but since we had drove my stepmom's car, he was like, I'm going to go to her house and grab my car and tell everybody that can to meet us at the other hospital, which at that time, it was really going to be like my stepmom and my dad meeting us up at the hospital, because I don't even know if my husband was going to be able to drive at that time. So it was like, maybe they would have to bring him back up to the goddamn hospital. Like, we didn't know what was going on. We was confused. And so I get to the other hospital, and they're just like, okay, we're going to put you in this room. We're going to see what's going on. And I'm just like, okay, my husband wasn't there with me. So I'm just like sitting there by myself. It took the nurses a minute to like come in there and check on me and see what was going on. And by the time my husband got there, he had to find me because I wasn't in the room I was supposed to be in. Like, even that was just, it was just so much going on, man. It was so much going on. And so at that hospital, they still couldn't find a heartbeat. And then this doctor came in, he took me in this ultrasound room. It was dark. The jelly stuff was warm. Y'all know it'd be cold. Oh my God, it's only be cold. This time it was like warm. And so I'm asking the technician, like, do you see a heartbeat? Like, do you know what's going on? And she was pretty much like, we can't talk in this room. I swear to God. She was like, oh no, we can't talk in here. Just let me do my job. And we're going to see what's going on. But there's no talking. So I felt like that was weird, because I've gotten multiple ultrasounds before with my son. So I'm like, you can talk. Like, you can talk. Like, it was just different. And so once we finished, the doctor, I walked outside the room, and there was a wheelchair outside the door. I sat down, and then the doctor came, and he put his hand on my shoulder. And he put his hand on my shoulder, lifted it up, and put it down one more time. And it felt weird. He said nothing. He said nothing. And so then I went up to my room, and that's when he came in, and he broke the news to us. He told us everything. And it was just like, how? Like, how? I'm 20. Like, how does that? No, this is happens when you wait till your late 30s. Like, this is my mindset. No offense to anyone. About the next couple of things I'm gonna say. I'm being completely frank with you guys. I'm telling y'all how exactly my thoughts at that time. I'm like, I'm not in my mid to late 30s. Like, I'm 20. There's no way I should have problems during pregnancy. Like, my body it hasn't gone through anything just yet to prevent me from being able to have children. Like I already have one. Like, I just gave birth to one. Like, it was just so much going on. I'm like, people do drugs and give birth to children that come out healthy. They might come out healthy, they might come out malnutrition. Like, they come out breathing, period. Like, they come out breathing. Like, and mom did drugs the whole pregnancy. Just like, how? This does not make sense. Like I said, no offense to anyone. I have family. Everybody's not perfect. So I believe me, I've witnessed, I've seen, I've heard. Like, so it's no offense to anyone. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I offend anyone with this. That's just my thought process. I was 20. I'm not gonna say I was young and dumb. I'm not. But I can say I had no filter when I was 20 years old. But that was my thought process at that time. That's what I said out loud at that time. And it was just like, they had no answers for me. And so the bishop from our church, him and his wife and their oldest daughter came to visit us. And you guys, I'm not going to lie. Y'all know hospitals are. They have bathrooms in the hallway that you can go to. Why the first lady decided to come in my room and take a whole deuce? Like, it was the most disrespectful thing with what we was going through at that time that I could possibly think of. And to be honest, that was the first disrespectful thing that happened to us during that time. And they talked to us, and he touched my hand, and he was like, "You were stressed." He didn't know they did not know what was going on in our lives. He was just like, "You were stressed." That's what the problem was. You were stressed out during your pregnancy. That's what caused it. So I'm like, oh, okay, that gives me a little bit of understanding to kind of help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it helped me. And so then I had a family member say, my stepmom, she came through and was like, well, me and your dad, we went through miscarriages, and ever since then, our marriage has been going through it. So I hope you guys are going to make it through. And it's like, are you serious? Like, that's something you're going to bring up right now? Then another family member came in and was like, can you even give birth to children again? Like, it was just, when I tell y'all, it was, the whole situation was horrible on top of extra crap, syrup, cherry, whipping on top. Like, it was just horrible. Like, it was the worst thing I ever gone through in my life. Like, it was just horrible. So then, I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified to hold her. She came out looking just like my husband. It was freaky. She looked just like him. Like, at that time, like, it wasn't, oh, it looked like him when he was a baby. She looked like him at that time. Like, it was really, really creepy. And she had a head full of hair. I swear to God, her hair was coming out the little blue and pink hat that they give her. My mom came and visited, and she was like, is this her hair? And she like pulled her hat up, and it's like, yeah, like, why would it not be? Whose hair would it be? Like, she was just shocked at how much hair she had, especially because I came out bald head. So I don't even know if my husband did or not, but I came out bald head, so she was just like shocked that she had hair. And the nurse came in, and she called the cemetery. What do you call this? She called the funeral home. I'm sorry. She called the funeral home. And because we got her cremated. And they were like, because we wanted to keep her no matter, we never plan to live here in Michigan as long as we have, to be honest with you. And we always want to be able to take her with us. So we got her cremated, and the nurse called the funeral home. And she was like, yeah, we have a baby girl here. You know, this is another. And then I don't know what they said on the end, but I swear to God, she was like, no, we have another one. And that broke my heart even more. I'm like, somebody else is going through the exact same thing we're going through with a girl. Oh my God. With a girl also. So it was just, yeah, I'm stopping this. Coming back in. I gotta gather myself. And so that broke my heart also. It's like, us and these other parents are going to share this day secretly forever for the rest of our lives. Like, we're going to share this day together spiritually for the rest of our lives because we're going through the exact same thing. And that completely broke my heart. So leaving the hospital was horrible because it was just like we came pregnant and we're leaving empty-handed. Our son at that time was with my husband and mom. So it was just like we're leaving like with nothing. That's the only child we had a baby shower for. In all honesty, we still have her stuff. We given away a lot, but we were gifted. We were blessed with a lot. And people bought stuff literally that she was able to wear from newborn all the way to like a year or two old. I swear to God. So we was able to give some stuff away. We still have some literally to this day because it's hard. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It's really, really hard. But it's like, and after her, I got pregnant again. I'm like, God ain't gonna take a girl away. I'm talking my stuff, y'all. I'm like, God ain't gonna take no girl away and give me a boy. Like, no, that's just not gonna happen. God, like, girl, you don't tell me what to do. I'll tell you what's gonna happen. I got your life written out. You don't. Y'all, so y'all know I done had 3 boys after that. Like, she was my second pregnancy. So I had my oldest, which is a boy, her, and then from then, boy. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm not going through this no more. Like, we just can't have a girl. Like, we're done. In all honesty, Tay baby, he was a surprise blessing because I was like, we're not having a girl. Like, I can't keep going through this stuff. Like, my body can't take this. I can't handle this. Like, because my pregnancy after that was horrible. I had to take stress tests and everything. It was just, oh my God. And so they had to be cautious because of what I went through. So they're like, you got to take stress tests. You got to do, and I went through gestational diabetes. It was just so much after this. So I'm like, I'm done. I can't take this no more. But he was stressful too. He was stressful too, but it was okay. We got through it. And it's just a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you, because like I said, with the way that the world is going today, I don't feel safe with having a daughter in this world. I just don't. To the ones that do, you guys are blessed. You guys are covered. Happy Mother's Day to you all once again. It just wasn't in our cards for us. And so I thank God for having her to be able just to watch over us, be with our family members, and just continue to guide us through. Like, we have a permanent, literal guardian angel. So that's something that we just cherish. That's something we have to appreciate. We can't question. We did, but we can't question God's plan or his work for us. It's still hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not be like, oh yeah, everything's okay. It's like, no. And if you've gone through it, you know it's not. You know it's not easy. You know it's never gonna. It's gonna be lighter because you understand that God has a plan for everything. Other than that, it's not easy. It's just not. And so, in my tattoo, it says 7 pounds and it says 19 inches. I don't know the inches, to be honest. I just did 19 because that's how old I was when I got with my husband. But she was the second heaviest baby I gave birth to. And the crazy thing is, she was 7 pounds, 11 ounces. And I gave birth to my next son on July 11th, which, as you know, is 7/11. So I felt like that was just a way of her to still kind of be here with us, for him to be born on the exact same numbers as her birth weight. So God has blessed us with our 4 boys, and I appreciate him. I love him, and I thank him. We did question him a lot. We told him what he was and wasn't going to do, and he taught us, now, darling. He let us know, okay? But that was just something I want to share with you guys. That was my Mother's Day gift. It was something I'm, of course, going to have with me for the rest of my life. It's something I'm going to cherish forever. And I do thank him for allowing us to go through everything that we've gone through to make us stronger. And my stepmom was wrong for saying what she said at that moment, but she was absolutely right. Some people do separate. Some people do go through too much of the point where they just can't handle being with that person still after they've had a tragedy like that. And it didn't break us the way that we thought it would, or maybe that it should have. So we're grateful for that also. But I want to thank you guys so much for listening to my story. I did have to cut that down a lot just to give you guys like the main factors, because I did go through depression afterwards. I went through postpartum depression still afterwards. And my oldest son is who helped me get through it. Because my husband, he just threw himself into work. So it was like I had my son there with me, and he helped me. So I want to tell you guys happy Mother's Day once again. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. This is I just call it just a classy set, straight to the point set. But I love each and every one of you guys. I'm blessed to have you guys in my life, and I appreciate you, and I cherish every single one of you guys. I love you all. I'll see you the next one. Bye, darling. If you like what you saw in today's video, hit that subscribe button, that like button, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, darling.